From a warehouse basement on the wrong side of the tracks, this is D.
The other way of looking at it is that we are fucked.
And Candy V.
Checkmate, Fermi. We found the aliens.
Episode 5, Where the Bleep Are the Aliens.
This is it.
This is it right
We're
here.
rolling for real now.
This is Fermi here.
Okay, good. Hey, now that we're finally sequestered in our warehouse basement,
Sequestered.
with no one listening, we can get into the real,
We can start
the
talking.
real deep shit now. That's why we're here.
Now that no one's listening?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Now that I think we're alone now.
We're recording our voices right now.
There
This is a
doesn't seem
podcast.
to be anyone. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I want to drop a question on you. You ready for this?
I'd rather you didn't.
I'm doing it anyway.
Okay.
I don't need consent to
Oh.
assault you with my questions.
All right. That's a
Prepare.
I'm concerned.
All right, don't prepare.
Okay.
Where are the fucking aliens?
They're right there, my guy.
Oh, problem solved.
There we go.
We found them.
Fermi Paradox solved.
Fermi Paradox, dead. Roasted. What do they say about the atheist?
Checkmate.
Checkmate. Checkmate, Fermi. We found the aliens. All right, so yeah, we're going to get into Fermi Paradox. If you're unfamiliar, mathematically, there should be all kinds of intelligent beings spread throughout the universe.
Yup. And we see none of them.
And if any of them, I mean, then you would assume some must be even more intelligent than us.
Yep.
I'd imagine intelligent enough to fly around the cosmos and maybe beam their messages all over the place.
Yep.
Why is there no sign of them?
We're
see
inside
nothing.
we're inside of a black domain.
Could be. Could be. Could be. So there's any number of explanations to the Fermi Paradox.
Yeah, there's the from what I understand, we have the filters. We have the great filter. We have the what was it? We're fucked. We're first, or we're something else. I forgot what the third one
Fucked
was.
or first. Is the third one start with an F too?
Yeah, I can't
That'd be a
remember.
great alliteration triplet there. I wish
Yeah.
you knew. Wish you remembered.
The idea is that it could be that we are the first ones
Yeah.
in this universe
Right.
to have grown this
Right.
complex.
We could just be
And
literally
advanced.
the first smart things ever.
Right.
Seems crazy unlikely, but also someone had to be the first.
The other way of looking at it is that we are fucked, as in everybody else is still around us, but no. Everybody else has died at a specific time in their advancement, and we're headed there ourselves.
Okay.
And so we don't see anyone else because they
So
have all died.
The filters would fall under that.
Yeah.
But what about the dark forest idea? Wouldn't that fall under we're fucked? The reason we don't see a universe teeming with intelligent life is because everyone who pipes up gets eaten
Right.
by a bigger fish.
Right.
Because as Qui-Gon Jinn says, there's always a bigger fish.
That's where that comes from.
Wisdom. Straight wisdom to Jar Jar there.
Yeah, from Liam
Yeah.
Neeson. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, well, let's talk about filters. Because this is where I think the conversation is fun, is at its funnest.
And it's funnest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. As in what some of those filters could be.
Yeah.
There's the depressing ones, like every intelligent race eventually gets to the point where they annihilate each other out of their greed and pettiness.
Right.
Right? We just end with nuclear holocaust and never make it off of our planet.
Yeah.
And maybe that's the doom of all intelligent species everywhere.
Yeah.
That's sad.
It seems inevitable, honestly.
Shit. I wish you hadn't said that. No, you could be right, though. Yeah.
At least from my point of view, from the point of view now.
Well, it
in
seems
2025.
very realistic.
Yeah.
There's certainly plenty of evidence in front of our faces to say that could totally be the case.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a book series I love called The Bobaverse series.
Yeah, so you've told me
I've
about.
told you about this. It's many books, and the main character of the series is a von Neumann probe.
Yeah.
So von Neumann probe is this concept of a deep space probe that is piloted by some kind of artificial consciousness that has the power to self-replicate. So the idea is you go to another star, doesn't matter how long it takes you to get there, you harvest materials from the solar system, you replicate yourself and send that clone of yourself onto the next star.
Yeah.
Now, if something like that were to ever be developed by any one planet in our galaxy,
We'd see it.
it'd be everywhere.
Right.
Just because of the math of the exponential growth of them cloning over and over again.
Right.
We would end up with that species represented at virtually every star within just like a couple hundred years. Like it just would just explode across. So like when you consider that does make the Fermi Paradox feel like really like, oh shit, like no really, like why aren't they everywhere?
There was something about dark energy or something that I had learned about from, I can't remember where it was, but the idea that, space itself is inflating, right? And that the distances between galaxies are increasing at an ever increasing rate, leading to what we imagine is the Big Rip. But also addendum to that the space between galaxies that are close together are actually shrinking. So that's weird. The idea that I'm saying here is that if there's any far off life that has so done something like that, a von Neumann probe, that maybe it's just a fact that they can't get over the insane vastness of the universe,
the expansion.
Yeah,
with it. The vastness plus it stretching at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, we did some back of the napkin calculations just recently as we were charting a imaginary trip to
right.
Epsilon Eridani.
Yeah.
And I think we figured out it was like 10 light years away.
Right.
And we started calculating how long it would take us to get there at various different speeds. And that's one of the closest stars to us. And it was absolutely jaw-dropping that we figured like we'd have, like if we were traveling at like 500,000 miles an hour, at 500,000 miles an hour, it would still take us a lifetime.
Right.
An entire lifetime. And that's like literally an impossible speed.
Yeah.
We're not going to accomplish,
I think much more than a lifetime.
So it's just that makes it, I don't know, kind of boggles your mind and makes you think like, I don't know, would we see the intelligent life? I don't know. Then there's the idea that, we're just on the burgeoning cusp of our experience as a species with artificial intelligence, right? And what if that is part of the inevitable progression of intelligent species everywhere?
Sure.
And if if that's how it is, what if the filter is that at some point all intelligent species basically become a digital immortal intelligence?
Right.
At which point, is there any reason to leave your planet at all?
Right.
Have a endless, eternal, virtual world to occupy.
Yeah, it could be that manifest destiny or physical space doesn't make any sense in an advanced society.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like to entertain the idea that if we ever made it to like one of these planets and be like, oh my God, there's advanced intelligence on this planet, and we land and it's just like a server farm.
Right.
Just like a massive server farm. That's all the only thing there. It's like, oh, well. So the life that we're not seeing might not be physical, for one.
Right.
Then there's the question of scale, right? Because someone pointed out to me once that there could be von Neumann probes all around us, But is there any reason they couldn't be like the size of a grain of rice? You would never know, right?
Yeah.
And, from our technological standpoint, that sounds absurd. But that's just because of our own limitations. There's no reason some other more advanced society couldn't make a grain of rice size von Neumann probe.
Yeah.
Or a photon size. As is basically
a sophon?
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, incomprehensible intelligence is where my mind goes as an answer to the Fermi Paradox. Is we don't see any because we're looking in the wrong way.
Right. We could be looking right at them.
Yeah.
And never actually know.
And yeah, and maybe never.
And maybe they're even looking at us.
Yeah.
And not even know.
Right.
Right. Interesting. That's an interesting idea. What do you think? Do you think we'll ever find anything? Even with like SETI doing all their searches and stuff, do you think we'll ever actually find anything?
I don't know. You know what kind of blew my mind was, this is directly related to that, was the first time that I heard about how SETI works and all that, and radio waves, searching and whatever. I heard about how limited we are as a species. They said, how Andromeda is, 4 light years away?
Yeah.
And the solar system, right, is a very, very small speck on our galaxy, the Milky Way. And the first radio waves that we ever outputted were something like the most powerful ones that we did at the time was Hitler's speech in the 1930s, as far as I recall.
Why'd they do that?
Why'd they do that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't mean...
You're saying that's the first thing aliens are going to find is a speech by Adolf Hitler?
That's what I've heard, yeah.
Oh, my God.
But if you think about that far back, right, or maybe a little bit further, but like, if you think about the first radio signals, right, that we've ever sent out.
Yeah.
What do you, like, let's say 1930s was too, I don't know, too soon. What's the first radio wave you think we ever could have sent out as a species before the 1930s?
Yeah, not too much earlier than that.
Yeah. Let's say 1920. Let's say 1910 to be conservative.
Okay.
So the first one, 1910, it's now 115 years later.
Yeah.
So that only has... 115 light years then?
Right.
Is our maximum radius.
Right.
That we could have ever.
But if we were to hear back, it could only be half that far. Yeah.
Right. But just the idea that the first radio waves and the first light that we've output that was controllable only goes that far.
Right.
In relation to how big our galaxy is. Our own galaxy is so fucking mind blowing to me. That I'm just like, you look at the galaxies in the Hubble Deep Field, or
how many there are.
Yeah,
it's insane.
And I'm just like, we're not even scratching the surface.
Yeah, it just. I mean, it was a researcher from SETI that said that our search of the universe for intelligent life was equivalent to dipping a glass into the ocean,
right,
and pulling out one glass of water to try to figure out if there are fish in the ocean.
There you go. Yeah. And so my answer to, do you think we'll ever find anyone, is I feel like very nihilistically no. Yeah. Because
it's too damn big.
It's too big.
They're definitely there.
Right.
But it's like impossible.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
It's as though there were two people on Earth. Yeah. There were two people on Earth, and you were trying to find the other person with nothing but just your feet to walk around.
Yeah.
And shout.
Yeah. And shout. Right. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Two opposite poles of the Earth, and you're just calling out, hey.
Just walking around hoping to bump. Like that's that even might even be a higher chance.
That's probably higher.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
That's nuts, man. it's like impossible to really consider without some kind of loophole.
Right.
The wormhole loophole,
Right.
right? Like you have to have a wormhole, a portal,
Totally. In order to get around in that way.
bent space phenomenon of some kind, Star Trek sort of thing. Because like it's funny because we were watching Star Wars recently and they did their light speed, and I was thinking, I'm like, that's not fast enough. They're like, let's jump to light speed to go to this other world. I'm like,
You would be there in 10
it's
years.
still going to take you years.
Right.
Yeah, you don't want light speed.
That's hilarious.
You need something better than that, man.
Yeah, more than light speed.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think you're right. We'll probably never find aliens. And that's the Fermi Paradox solved.
It's so, I feel like it's so human to say that we'll find something that we can recognize
We want to.
out there in space.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just feels like a small mind. Like if we think about how cosmic horror works, where we think about we come in contact with life that is unfathomable. I think that's just the way life is anyway, and we just don't see it because we're not programmed to see it.
Yeah.
We talked about, there was some interesting question that I saw about space, and it was it was so interesting philosophically. Someone saw a photo, I think, of Pluto on Reddit or something like that. It was like red or whatever, and they said
Not a planet.
it's not a planet.
Thank you.
Yeah, fuck Pluto.
Fuck Pluto.
They said something like, "Is this what it looks like out in space, or is this really what it looks like?" Also, like nebulas, right? You look at nebulas, and they're all colorful and everything, and people say, "Is this what it looks like out in space?" And the term "does it really look that way" doesn't make any sense because to a human we can only see a very small bandwidth of light that's huge.
Yeah.
And so what you're really trying to say is does it look like the way that I see it in this photograph from my point of view in this little tiny band of light that I can see, right? Would I be able to perceive it in that way? And it's like,
Right.
yes, it does look that way, not to you,
Right.
because you can't see that kind of light.
Well, a good analogous experience would be compare the beautiful, crisp underwater photography
Sure.
to what
Yeah,
it looks like when you open your eyes underwater.
totally. Yeah.
You can't see clearly underwater.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a different experience altogether.
Yeah.
That opens up a new topic that I want to talk about. Actually, do you want to do a
Would that
different
make
episode?
a new episode?
Do you want to?
Yeah, I think so. I would probably do that. So I think we're done with Fermi.
Get out of here, Fermi.
Yeah. So let's adjourn.
Okay.
Venture out of the warehouse basement for some refreshment.
Let's venture.
And then when we're ready for the seclusion and privacy that our basement gives us, we'll return to delve into your next topic.
Perfect.
Thanks, D.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right, bye.
You have been eavesdropping on D and Candy V. If you've enjoyed the show, please like, subscribe, review, and share. And do feel free to drop by again soon. D and Candy will always be here, waiting for you, in a warehouse basement on the wrong side of the tracks.